Eddy YAHUAH'S Asua swawene gareke na mi miefao arwa wene gareke na mi tohao asisi wene gareke na mi jabo abibi wene like bawana no agbawana oregbe o agbawana ayiladiamo agbawana itebitemno agbawana ayiladiamo hell eresuyo mogbe eresuyo uwegbe o eresuyo omomu eresuyo uwemu Zame mini meya omeya bere o. Zame mini meya omeya o. Bunu we o. Ore bo we ki. Ure la mo wa. Ure la mo wa. Ure la mo wa. Ure la mo wa. Ure bonne. Ure la mo wa. Ure la mo wa. All right now, family. So here we are again in the heavenly court room of Abba Yewa with this message already titled for you and me right at part 1. Eddy YAHUAH'S, Idahosa, and Iyore, one of Paris, are worthy of death, part 3. So family, in case I share this in the news feed and you haven't yet listened to 1 and 2, I encourage you to just go into that, okay? So right now, we listed up to point 7, okay? So we already so far established point 1 to 5. So in this last video, I want to do the finishing. That is the 2 leftover points. All right now. So the point 1, when you listen to 1 and 2, you understand what all the other 5 points are. So right now we want to start with point 6. Yes. So point 6 goes this way. What am I doing? Yeah, point 6 goes this way. Eddy and Iyore, Abba is not the one at all to fix those problems. He is not the one. He is not the one because you don't know, you don't respect authority. That is why a demon already falling on you. This demon is being called Ogyowu. king of death. Abaddon, king of death. Okay, he's already fall on you. Okay, he's about to drink your blood is already being drunk. The very day you made an agreement with that grave. I don't know why. Why should this man? Oh my father. Why can't you even feel guilt for once? Because after that November 3rd, I watched your video and listen. You even oh no. You even said you will still live for 10 years. You even said you were the one who told them to use you to swell. You even said you were the one who asked them to take off your clothes. Oh, you are full of lies. You are so full of lies. No, someone like you are polluting the land. Someone like you don't deserve to live because your heart is so hard you can't repent. You can't. You are Pharaoh. He said, Pharaoh, I created you for this reason. He hardens the heart of Pharaoh because Pharaoh's heart is already being hardened. Therefore, but you want to help to finish it. You want to be filled, therefore have it. You want to harden your heart, and I will help you to even do it more for you. Okay? You have the guts. After you just take that hold. When I was looking at you, I was saying, no, this man is already dead. Is he a human being? Who is doing this? Where is he being done? After you took that wicked hold, drinking water from the grave, filthy waters, agree with the death, you now return back to the hotel, you now begin to brag and say you will still live on for 10 years. And they say you dream, you have it, you have a dream, like you dreamed, you know, you died. How do they make that parable? I don't know if I get it right, I'm sorry. The whole Edo is almost going out. And I'm trying to reverse it all back because I love and I'm proudly Edo. So when I see someone is defiling my land, it pains me, it hurts my heart. I wanted to intercede for you. The Most High says, stop it. He is guilty of death. He is worthy. He deserves it. Hellfire is over there. And people is already been there. People is being, sure. People is there already. So, are you the one to open it? Are you the one to start it? No. It's meant for people like you. Since you cannot get it right, since you did evil, you fall into mess by having sexual intercourse with your own twin brother's wife, and yet you feel no guilt. You were not broken down and say, what have I done to my own brother? And you know also, went as far as that in bringing a vagina to the public and begin to say how noisome. No, that is the highest abomination. Your cup has full. Your cup is really filled. Now you already been poured away. So right now we'll go to the point 6. Okay. At the Murphy and Iyore. Okay, I called it out already. So I want to put scriptures now. Abba is not the one, oh no, to fix Edo's problem. Just like Buhari is not the one to fix Nigeria problem. Just like the worldly leaders, they are not the one to fix the whole world problem. They are not. It is a work of Messiah. Although I heard it from the Murphy that he had a dream, okay, that he was in his dream, okay, that a ghost was speaking unto him and said he is the spiritual leader of Edo. Really, you filthy, you abominable animal, unclean animal, you pork, you are the leader. He said the ghost told him that he is the spiritual leader of Edo. I said, what? That must be the serpent, the devil. You commit wicked sin. You are not fit to rule. And this are brought over here where we, a time comes for us to ask for a passport. They will go and check your record if you have any criminal offenses. If you have, it's going to be tough. You will be rejected and be denied. Because there is a stain in your hand. You that commit this wickedness, what is going to wash that sin away? It should have been the holy blood of the Messiah. And you now said that you are the spiritual leader, that the God told you are the spiritual leader. At the Murphy, you are calling my father for battle, okay? And he has already answered you. You say you cried to UN, and you and I want to go and no. Then I want to go and do know if you exist. Why are these people making noise? Notice me. If you want to be famous, if you want to be icon, if you want to be popular, somebody, you want to be top somebody's story. Why can't you just do it in a normal way, in a very respectful way? If you want people, if you want your voice to be heard, why can't you just do it in a very respectful way? Looking for attention in a very wrong way. That is what you both, Iyore, that one, water and salt ministry, or water and salt grave. Go on. Fat. All right now. So, excuse me, Mrs. Whatever, Mr. and Mrs. Covenanting people with the link of fire. Oba of Edo isn't the one to fix. It is the work of Messiah. So let's put scripture. Messiah is the one to fix already destroyed earth. No man can do that. If a man can do it, therefore we don't need Messiah. We don't need spiritual man. Excuse me, we don't need a supernatural man. A mere man, being born under the law or in sin. Okay, no, not law, excuse me. Born in sin. How can you then redeem man? Cannot be redeemed. Nobody cannot redeem nobody. Only Messiah is the one to fix it. Not man. You seeking man help. He said, shame and disgrace is going to be your portion. He said, woe unto him that put their trust in men. Because men will fail you, because it is not in their power to do for you what you want. Oba is not in his hand to fix a door. If a man can fix our problem, therefore we don't need a supernatural Messiah anymore. He don't need to come anymore. If a man can just do it, no, he don't need to come. He don't have to come. Eddy Murphy and Iyore the blind leader. So let's see who is going to redeem the land and when will the land be redeemed. Blind guys leading people into hell. Genesis 15, verses 15 as well. Is it 15 or 13? Yes, I'm going to be reading 13. Listen now. And he said unto Abram, know of a certain that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Did you get that? That is every captivity on earth have a set period of a time by Abba Yahuwah, the King of all kings, the Oba of all Obas, Oba no Soba. He set a certain period of a time to redeem people, to fix situation, to fix problem. Until that time comes, no redemption nowhere. Even though you try to seek it with your blood, you will just die for nothing as you seek it with your own blood, although you were doing that with your own belly, okay? For the profit of your own belly, That's all you were busy for. Taking bribe from the both side, from the girl and also from the mother. You were also, in fact, you are going to spiritual jail now. So let's see now. Abba Yahuwah gave that prophecy, said unto Abraham, you're not going to die childless. You're going to be having so many uncountable children. In fact, your children is going to go into slavery for 400 years. So let's say that we are in slavery. But there is a certain period of a time for us to come out. Until that time comes, Abba can do nothing. And when that time comes, Abba Yahuwah is the one to pull you out from that slavery. And that's what he used Abba of Edo to do. But it's not because Abba of Edo didn't say you shouldn't prostitute. But stop human slavery, human trafficking. That is what he stopped. Always knows that. It's not in his hand to tell them not to prostitute anymore. It's not in his power, because if you have to say that, you have to open company. And he is not the one to do it. Neither am I expecting him to do it. So whatever he done, I always appreciate. Whatever Abba Yahuwah enabled him to do, I respect him for that. Now, Exodus 12:40. Listen now. It said your children is going to be a slave in another man's land for a whole 400 years. Listen now, verses 40. Now, let's see how many years they spent in the land of slavery under Oba Pharaohs. Arid. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. 30 years was even delayed. But Abba Yahuwah gave that promises until 400 years, they won't come out. Nobody's going to get no freedom. We see over here, a whole 30 years was also being placed on top. It was now 430 until our forefather came out from the oppress of the Egyptians, from the Oba of Egypt. Until then, did you see where anyone even then lift up their voice against Oba Pharaoh? Your head will be chopped off. Because Abba Pharaoh is not the one to give the freedom. The one that is going to do it is Abba Yahuwah himself. And when the appointed time comes after 400, he did it just as he promised our forefather. So until the time of our deliverance comes, until the time of the whole world comes, until the time of Edo comes, nobody fix it. No. And this destruction is going to be fixed by Abba Yahuwah himself through his son Yahushua HaMashiach, the biblical Messiah. So stop making noise, okay? In fact, your noise is already is over. All right now, another bondage. Jeremiah 29 verse 16. Listen now. There is a set period of a time Abba Yahuwah placed in his authority to bring out his people from bondage. I read, for thus saith Yahuwah, that after 70 what years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good work towards you in causing you to return to this place, to the land of Israel. We are all be scattered in the four corners of the earth. Okay? He said, but after a certain period of a time, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to fulfill these promises. But first, you must spend 70 years in Babylon. Until that 70 years comes, where did Daniel accuses Nebuchadnezzar of freedom? Who dare accuses Nebuchadnezzar and say, you need to bring deliverance, you need to fix the road, and you need to fix the hospital, and you need to fix the light problem, and you need to do right, and you need, if you try it, your head will be chopped off. Why? Because it is not in their power to do it. Why? Because Abba Yahweh never ordained them to do it. They can only go and do what they be assigned to do. Because a supernatural Messiah is on his way coming to fix our problem. It's not Abba's job to do. Okay? Blind guide, blind leaders. You and Iyore, that is who you are. And your kind, all of you. Alright, now let's see another time clock of freedom. So until this time comes, we goes nowhere. Things is fat. It says it's going to get worse. So you just be used to it. No, not you, Eddy Murphy. Only your followers and the Iyore followers that you guys has already brainwashed. Because both of you are gone already. You are an example, to put fear into others. How to respect higher authority. Here I am, Judges chapter 6:1. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah delivered them into the hands of Midian 7 years. You see, he gave them up. Until that 7 years complete, you goes nowhere. So any country he deliver you into, you're going to be serving, you're going to be under that Oba, or governor, or whatever president. You're going to be there until the appointed time. If not, no deliverance from nowhere. Okay? All right, now, I want to see the final deliverance, because all these ones that I just read, they are all in the past, but they still have the final fulfillment. That's what we are talking about here, of these last days. So I want to go to the final prophecies of the final deliverance, because the whole world is already being corrupt until 7,000 years of it, not the earth existence, don't get it twisted, of human existence. Until we know number 7 is always the number of perfection. Until 7,000 years, no deliverance. In fact, he said the worst is on its way coming. By then, the Murphy and the Iyore, they are already in the bottomless pit, okay? So only for the brainwashed followers. That is the nature of the segment. We are doing this for them, for their sake to be loosed from their brainwashing. Because nobody is bringing deliverance to your Baal Bini cannot do it. It's not in his power. It was never been sent for that. Okay? If Baal Bini can set Edo free, can turn Edo into Europe, can make Edo wonderfully. Therefore, we don't need Messiah anymore. What are we needing him for? Well, another one just fix it already for us. But Yahuwah's forbid. That is the seat of a Messiah, okay? Do you know what Messiah is? Redeemer, to redeem you from these pains. Just be groaning and be crying and do the will of Abba Yahuwah. Follow hard the will of Abba Yahuwah. One day redemption will come. Not about, don't look up to no man to do it for you. Here I am, Revelation 2:3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. That is what we are seeing now in the four corners of the earth. And behold, a great red dragon, having seven what? 7 heads, and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. The Murphy, you are wearing crown. What is crown? Is you're a filthy woman. You are wearing crown. What is crown? Who crowned you? That's it. Anyway. It is the grave, okay? Now we'll see the final prophecy of the last day. Let me read the second part before we now unveil what the 7 heads, 10 horns, and 7 crowns actually is. Here I am, 13, also Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having what? 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his head 10 crowns. Okay, did you see? So this deity, the dragon there, is the one that is at the seat of a father, okay, which is the serpent, the fallen seraphim, the very higher authority of it all. But this one that fell. You see the beast is speaking of mark of the beast. He's coming to do, which is the Sharia law. Okay, he's coming. What do they have? Both of them have seven heads, 10 horns, and 7 crowns. Okay, now what is their head? 7. It simply represents their final ruling power. 7, 1 head. 2, 7 is the number of perfection. So this deity, fallen deity, they are going to rule until the end of 7,000 years. They have 7 heads, 7 kingdoms. Okay, 7 kingdoms to carry out, 7,000 years to walk here on earth, to defy the earth. They are the author of pollution. They taught Iyore how to be, insulting a higher authority. They taught Eddy how to be having sexual intercourse with his own brother. In fact, they taught Iyore polyandry, because you have white man, you say you are a married woman. Now they also taught Eddy how to be having sexual intercourse with your own twin brother. That hurts my stomach, okay? You see their 7 heads, they represent authority. You see their horns, it symbolize their strength, their power. You see their crown, which means they are being crowned to carry out this assignment until their 7 head is being plucked out. Until their 7 head is being chopped off. Deliverance can never come to the whole world. And we are so glad now that the 6 is already gone. Only 1 head is left over. So that is the Sharia law. That is you converted to Islam, or you get your head being chopped off, or you enter the Ark of Noah. Until the 7,000 years is complete, excuse me, Eddy, there is no salvation from nowhere. There is no deliverance from nowhere. No one is going to help you out. Only the biblical Messiah, the one that first of all created it all, right in Genesis 1, until this fallen deity now come to corrupt humanity, and they now come to impute in us link of fire, and they impute in us death, and they impute in us iniquity. They genetically modify us right in Genesis 3. And that is the reason of this destruction. That is the pain we are going through. That is the sorrow. That is the suffering. But this suffering is going to endure until the end of the 7, until the end of their reign. They are the one ruling the whole world. The biblical Messiah hasn't yet taken power. Until the end of it, then the earth is going to become what? The Garden of Eden. Then the whole earth is going to be paradise here on earth. That is Revelation 21. Until then, man is going to still be a country sorrow. We're still going to be betraying one another. We're still going to be fighting one another. We're still going to be fighting for our own belly, regardless of the sorrow what another one is going through. It is not in nobody's power to fix it. It is only the biblical Messiah. He is the one assigned for the fixing of it. He once created the whole earth. He's going to make it all anew again. That is what they say in Revelation 21. He said, behold, I made all things new. For the first ever and the first earth is no more. Behold, the new one has come. No more sorrow, no more death, no more tears, no more pain, sir, for Yahuwah has made what? All things new. That is the first plan of Abba Yahuwah. That was his plan before, that the tithes of the whole earth is going to be of pure gold. Until then, they are being ordained. They have a head, which is their leader. Head simply means your leadership, your authority, the one that watches over. They have 7, and they are going to watch over you for a whole 7,000 years. Okay, they have horns. Horns simply symbolize power that an animal used to defend themselves. That is their authority. That is their power. That is their power of rulership. That is the staff of their scepter. You must bring your head under the rulership of Nebuchadnezzar. If not, your head will be chopped off. And they also have a crown. Yes, they be ordained for it. They are well crowned. They did not. It is being legalized. Let me in another words. It is being legalized. Who did that for them? Abba Yahuwah in the heaven. Why? Because iniquity already corrupt the whole world. You just go and walk with the people. I gave you a certain period of a time to do that. When that time comes, he's going to put all of them in the fire. So if you don't want to be a part of, not a Dimorphi, not a Iyore, because those are already a part of the tree of the destruction. Anyone that doesn't want to be a part of the link of a you suffer. You just do what the Bible said. Do Bible things in Bible's own way. That is the only remedy. That is the ark of Noah. And that is the only way you're going to escape Sharia law. That is the only way your head won't be chopped off. Because 1/7 that is left now to go, it is disastrous. So blame nobody. Don't blame no Buhari. Let's just put some up. Quickly, I read Revelation 19:16. And he had, you can take it from 10 to the very end. But I'm reading only this place. Pertaining to the biblical said that he's going to fix all things. That he's going to make all things new. And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, what? King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Okay? Did you get it? He is the one, that is going to fix it all. He is the head over all. No man can do this, okay? This one is beyond man's ability. You couldn't see that. All right, let's see the worst that is still on this way coming. You can read Matthew chapter 24. It pertains to the signs of the last day. You'll see the many false prophets already. You'll see their miracles already, a deceiving miracle. You'll see okay, let me read now. It is the signs of the last days. Okay. All right now. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, they shall not be left left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. He is the one to throw down all this power that overthrow heaven. He is the one to kick them out of the earth and fix it back. No man. This one is beyond man's ability. And stop blaming men. 3. And he sat upon the mount of Olivet, and the disciple came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Listen now. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, take heed that no man deceive you, and let no man tell that it's going to get better, or back and fix it. That is a lie. For many shall come. Okay, we see the many already, false prophet. We see them already. Right, let's go to 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end still not come. We hear already the end hasn't yet come. 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Did you get that? Famines. You are saying, and children is there, they are not eating. You are driving, whatever. What is his business? Is he the one to fix it? It is biblical prophecy being fulfilled. Shut up your mouth. In fact, the grave is going to shut up that your mouth. We won't hear that nonsense anymore from you. And there shall be what? Famines and pestilence. You see Ebola that day. Why did you call about to go and stop it? Nonsense. And earthquakes. Do you see that? In diverse places. Listen now. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So what next? When I read it, I say, wow. After all this calamity, he said it's just the beginning. So what next? Let's see what next. What is next? Ecclesiastes 1:9 said, what has been will be. What has been will be again, and what has been done will be done again, for there is nothing new under this heaven. Let's see what next. The great famine on its way for everyone. Here we are, 2 Kings chapter 6, 25 to 30. Here is the worst. So, because worst is on its way coming. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, there besieged it until an donkey head was sold for 4 pieces of silver. No, food was scarce now. So I rushed down to 26. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help me, my Adonai, O king. Listen now, Abba. He said, Abba, please help me. Hunger. Listen now. And he said, if Yahuwah do not help thee, where shall I help thee? You are being content, both of you, to speak against the one that is That it's not in his power to do it. He said, if Yehovah did not do it, who are me, Oba, I'm the one to do it. No, you are man, both of you. Okay. He said, who am I? I'm not. Now 28. And the king said unto her, what allot thee? What is your problem? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son, that we may eat him. And she had hide her son. And it came to pass when the Oba heard the words of the woman, that he rent his cloth, and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. The Oba mourned, because he can't do it. The Oba mourned, you eat your son, this woman. Yeah, you eat your son. The Oba rent his garment. I said, it's heavy. But yet, we are unable to do nothing about it, because it is Yahuwah's power to do it. So this is the worst coming. Sharia law. Great tribulation, 7 years. Do you know what that is? Alright, now here we are in the New Testament. So that you shouldn't be saying Jesus nailed that one to the cross already. Because it is in your DNA to be removing the law and fixing Babylonia. Here I am. Acts of Apostles chapter 11, 28. And there stood up one of them named Agabus, and prophesied by the Spirit that there will be great famine throughout the world. Okay, which came to pass in the days of Claudius Caesar. This one has already fulfilled. But you see, Yahushua said the worst is on this way. It includes famines. When you also go to Revelation chapter 6, you're going to see the angel that is responsible for dryness, famine. Is coming to take away peace from the earth. He's going to come back again. In fact, this one is coming in a double way. That is why Yahushua re-echoes it. The biblical Messiah re-echoes it again and said it's going to be famine. In fact, worst famine is on its way coming. And pestilence, more than Ebola, is on its way coming. The worst. So what makes Esau to lose his birthright? It was because of famine. So the worst is on its way. People is going to lose their salvation in the face of Sharia law. There will be no buying or selling, except you take the mark of the beast. So do you know what that is? When you take it, it's eternal damnation. If you don't take it, you're going to starve to death. Okay? You're going to be eating your own children. So this is the horrible horror that is on its way coming. So you're going to blame Oba for that. The blind, indeed, leading the blind. You are going to fall into the grave. All right, now, we are done. So we proceed now to the very last point. Abba Yehovah, you are mighty, you are powerful. All right, now the very last point goes like this. Iyore is the witches of Edom / Jezebel. This woman is flying daylight. Or what your baba you are on. You invoking the spirit of the death. That one hurt my stomach, in fact. That one makes me throw out. I said, this woman, she's highly demonized. This woman is filled with the demon from the pit of hell. This woman is just oh no, she's flying in daytime. And people are telling her to keep flying over their head. What? I've never seen a woman marry. In fact, they said the Igbo man, she doesn't even marry to the Igbo man, that they are just doing boyfriend and girlfriend, and now they are living in one house, and they are just calling, oh no, they are calling themselves husband and wife. Okay, let me give it to you the way you said. They said, you white man is over there. Oh no. You have the voice to declare forgiveness. You told people to be confessing unto you. And after they have done and you will say, your sin is forgiven you. Indeed, you are witches of Edom. Now, Eddy Murphy, you said that you were in the dream that someone, the gods, commissioned you to go and be the spiritual leader of Edo. You lied, okay? It is the demon you are going to meet now that was speaking all those nonsense to you, okay? That is the messianic movement. You call it Yahuwah for battle. You're going to see it now. You enter the grave because you are just too small. It is to the 4th generation. All right now. The God has assigned you now to go and speak and said you are the spiritual leader, a spiritual leader. Why did that God also speak before you, right in the palace? You see what spiritual leader is? You see what authority, higher authority is? In this presence, you don't even see him. You only saw the honey. Then you were shivering. And then you now begin to lay curses upon yourself. I thought you were trying to save yourself. Little did you know you just help yourself into destruction. So where were that God? Why couldn't that God save you? Why did they deny? If this that you are doing, if Abiyiwa was even the one that sent you and said, go and be fighting for people, and you change your mind as soon as you saw the higher authority, you will still die. In either way, you will die. Whether the Most High is the one that sent you, he never sent you anyway. But let me give it to you the way you said it is. If he is the one that sent you, and when you not get on the face of affliction, and you not denied him, and you not say you never said so, someone used my voice. It is the work of the enemy. It is the job of the enemy. I didn't say so. You will still die. Why? Because you reverse the ordinances. And this wizard, in fact, this woman, she will say, "Oh, Saja Buen, oh, Salobu Iyore Buen, the God of Iyore." You will be asking fake testimony. You will be asking people to come and confess it to you. Let's say the spirit of the dead this woman is invoking upon people. So first of all, to get this clear, let's first of all see what the royal law has to say about the dead people. Here I am, Deuteronomy 18:10-11. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. Iyore, that is what you are doing to our people. The sons of the kingdom and the daughters of the kingdom. You are making them all to pass through fire to the gods of the dead. You are invoking the dead. All right. Or that useth divination. That is what you are using. You are mocking Obo. You are the even wicked Obo I've ever met. Because the Abbalists, they come out the way they are. You are doing your own code. Okay, which God are you serving now? You don't read the Bible. Although you say you are evangelist. Evangelist? or any observer of times. Listen, or an enchanter. You are enchanting demons upon people, okay? Or a witch. They are consulting you, a witch of Edom. Dealing with the dead, conjoining with the dead, consulting the spirit of the dead, telling people to be praying to the dead people. 11. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirit, that is wizard, okay, or witchcraft spirit, or a wizard, or a necromancy. This is what I'm concerned. Do you know what is necromancy? Simply means the dead corpse, the dead people. You shouldn't consult the spirit of the dead. And that is what you are consulting on the behalf of people and telling them to be using water and salt. After you now also said they should be using, you even refers them to that extent that they should go on your Facebook and just get a picture. You said that is what you call a bar where also. That is voodoos. That is enchanter. That is spare. That is you consulting the spirit. That is necromancy. You consult the spirit of the dead upon people. They should put the 3 dead people into the water and use it to to shower, to bathe. This woman, your own has no part 2. All right, now I want to see how the witches of Edom invoke the dead spirit. Here we are, 1 Samuel chapter 28. You can read it all. I'm ready taking from 7 now and jumping over. Then said Saul is Oba, okay, King Saul, unto his servant, seek me a woman that had a witch spirit, a spirit of familiar spirit, the spirit that knew you. He said, you should seek me that woman, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said said to him, behold, there is a witch that had a familiar spirit at Edom. Familiar is witchcraft spirit. Then Saul disguised himself. I'm going to jump over that. Okay, you can read it all. All right, now not too far away. We read verses 9. Because Saul went to her and said, come out, prophesy for me by a witchcraft spirit or a witch spirit. Listen now. 9. And the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul. No, I'm not after that. Okay, 10. And so, all right, I'm not after the 11. Then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel. Samuel is gone. Samuel, even though he was a powerful man of Yahuwah, but he's dead. After there is to face judgment. You will, if you are righteous, you go to heaven. Or in the Old Testament, the bosom of Father Abraham was the heaven where Abiyiwa was telling his people until the son comes. Until his son come. You can see that Matthew 27. He said when he arose, the dead body of the saints also arose. And we knew that he was speaking of the Old Testament saints. Right in the book of Father Abraham, you can see Luke chapter 16 and 19, way down to the very end. That is where the righteous is always being stored until the resurrection power came, which is Yahushua HaMashiach, the biblical Messiah, and came to redeem our people. So when you die, you face judgment. Hebrew make it so clear after that is to face judgment. So if you die with iniquity, you goes to the bottomless pit. That is the waiting point of unbeliever. But when you die, be righteous, you goes to the bosom of Father Abraham. Okay. Or now that Yahushua has come, when you die, you go straight to heaven. And when you die, now that Yahushua also come, when you die, if you are unrighteous, you still goes to the bottomless pit. So depends on where these people are, but there's never know where the royal law command us. In fact, we know that die being iniquity people. We know that that be pagan. So that is the spirit you consulting upon our people. Now this is what Saul says. He said, bring me Saul. Saul is already gone. Listen, he never bring no Saul. Listen, I see what he brings for him. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried out when she not invoked. Like what you are invoking, I see it. The spirit comes to you. In fact, he dwells in you. You are invoking spirit. The way you are is so irritating. Because it's so disgusting. This is outrageous. The way you are invoking. I said, no. In fact, the person that sent me your video, I said, Mama, please don't ever send me this woman video. Because there's a spirit in her. In fact, that spirit make me throw out. It is a wicked spirit. A spirit that is polluting. Praying to the death. 12 now. When the woman saw Saul, she cried out with a loud voice, and the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. And the king said unto her, be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw ghosts. He saw ghosts. This is the ghost of Iyore, okay? The ghost of the dead. I saw ghosts ascending out of the earth. Is the prophet? Is he ghost? Throughout his life, they never said he was a ghost. No, it is the spirit Iyore is invoking upon the people of the book, the sons and the daughters of the kingdom. You're gonna pay with your own blood, okay? You see, invoke the spirit. It's like a ghost from the earth, from the grave. You can keep reading. As the demon ascended from the bottomless pit, from the grave, okay, it is a demon walking inside, like Satan said, I run to and flow in the earth. So he is the demon that ascended from the pit, and revealed himself. And I said to Saul, he said, you and your daughter, you and your son Saul, tomorrow you're gonna die. You're gonna leave this earth. And it was so. So because the woman, the witches of Edom, invoked death upon Saul. She invoked death upon Jonathan. The next day, death occurred. They died. So this is what Iyore is invoking upon the people of the book. All his followers. This is what she's invoking on you. So prior to the Jezebel side, you can read 1 King chapter 18 and see what Jezebel is doing, is killing the people of the book. She is slaying the people of the book in order to pass out false doctrine. Now 21, I want to read quickly because I'm out of time. 21 verses 8. So Jezebel wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in this letter saying, proclaim a fast. Iyore is also proclaiming a fast. This is Jezebel. She's a believer? Not at all. And set Naboth on high among the people, and set two men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witnesses against him, saying, thou didst blaspheme Yahuwah and the king, and thou then carry him out and stone him that he may die. And it was so. Iyore quotes Bible. It said salt and water is in the Bible, though it's not being used the way you use it. Nobody used it to bait at all. When the river Mara was bitter, the prophet Eliyahu or Elisha now threw salt into the bitter water. The bitter water was made whole. That is all we say. She quoted the Bible, but she don't quote the law. Jezebel quoted the Bible, but she don't keep the law. Jezebel said, give false witnesses, like what this woman is also doing. She is setting people to come and be buried false testimony in order to deceive people. And as you have done that, you kill them, you slay them spiritually, just as you killed Naboth. There are Naboth, the people of the book, right in your coven. You are using false testimony to destroy them. You, Jezebel, you proclaim fast. You are also telling them you are doing fasting. No. You are so disgusting. Iyore is not with the white man for marriage sake. Neither is Iyore with the black man for a for whatever marriage sake. Rather, she is using them as a cover up, just as Jezebel. That is feminine. If they will not turn a man into feminine spirit, and they, the woman, now become masculine. In order for a woman to become masculine, you need a mask or covering. You need a mask. That is what she's doing. What are you doing with two men? The white man is there for you, and the black man is also. Oh, after you have collected me, you say you are not going to Nigeria. Now listen. Revelation, Jezebel is also here. 2:20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servant to commit fornication, and to eat things sacrificed unto idol. I gave her space to repent for her fornication, and she repent not. Jezebel is so stubborn. This one is so stubborn. What is going to make you to stop this nonsense? This is your wicked platform. Kovu, it is death. Ogyubu, these are the one you join with. This is what you are consulting. It's going to visit you. So you can read it all to 24. You're going to see Iyore final judgment. I still have one more scriptures to throw in. You will come out. First time when they first of all send me your video, I always want people don't pass that nonsense to me. Your two breasts was done. I said, they said she's a married woman. Is she selling her breasts? Yes, you seduced me to eat the food of idol. Your virus, Ebola virus, you are passing on upon the servant of Yahuwah, upon righteous Naboth, upon the sons and the daughters of the kingdom in your coven. Telling them to go and be praying to this, invoking Ubu on them. But you are the one to die your own death. This is how Jezebel died. 2 Kings chapter 9, 30 to 33. Quickly I read. And when Yehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face, and tied her head, and looked out at a widow. He wanted to seduce the judgment. The man of Yehovah that brought judgment unto her, because he was the one who threw her out, and she died, being shattered on the street. And this is how you're going to die. We are low. In fact, we're not low. If you die on your bed, it's going to be better for you, because the death of Jezebel was being shattered on the street, okay? So the man of Yehovah that brought judgment upon Jezebel painted her face, just like the way you are painting your face, bringing out your breasts. Whether if you are selling your breasts, I don't know. Seducing people, I don't know what that is. This is what Jezebel wanted to do. It was trying to seduce Yehu. But that one not throw off his eyes and still bring righteous judgment. And she was being shattered on the street. And so shall it be with you these days, in Yahuwah's mighty name. Fake it testimony. You ask us about to come and be talking trash. If that were true, you have killed him, because there is no deliverance in your hand, and you have no right to say you are forgiving. It is an abomination. Family, we are done. You filthy thing. You telling your sin is forgiven? Really? You are a goner. All right, we are done. To Abba Yahweh be all glory for everything. So stay tuned and be blessed. Shabbat. Oh, shalom. Not Shabbat.